Public safety, ethics, integrity, and the fair administration of justice have always been and will always be my priorities. In the interest of safety and justice, I am here today to announce that I'm recusing myself and our office from reviewing the two recent officer-involved fatal incidents in the city of Vallejo, involving Willie McCoy and Sean Monterosa, and referring them to the Attorney General's office. Throughout my career as a prosecutor for over 24 years, I have fought for justice for crime victims from all walks of life, supported the dedicated men and women of law enforcement, upheld the constitutional rights of those accused, and sought to hold accountable those who have committed crimes throughout our community. The daily duties and responsibilities of a prosecutor include making filing decisions on any number of cases, which include decisions on incidents of police use of deadly force. Our office has prosecuted police officers for crimes using the exact same standard of review and ethical guidelines we would use for any citizen. As many of you are aware, there have been increasing community concerns regarding two recent officer-involved fatal incidents in the city of Vallejo, specifically the death of Willie McCoy that occurred at Taco Bell and the death of Sean Monterosa that occurred at Walgreens. Since June 2nd, there has been a great deal of civil unrest throughout Solano County. In addition to the number of protests, there have been city, county, state elected officials, numerous community members, and the media calling for an independent investigation into these cases. The Attorney General, as the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the state of California, has the legal duty and constitutional and statutory authority to take full charge of any investigation or prosecution. And on Friday, June 5th, the Attorney General's office announced an agreement with the City of Vallejo and Vallejo Police Department to take full charge of the policy review for that department due to the number of high-profile use of force and officer-involved shootings that have raised concerns of the community and the Attorney General. In the Attorney General's decision, he said, this review and reform agreement we announced today with the City of Vallejo represents a critical step the Vallejo Police Department must take to build trust with people who have lost faith in them. In light of this agreement, the San Francisco Chronicle editorial board agreed with me in an editorial on Saturday that it would be difficult to discern why the AG wouldn't review these cases. In recent weeks, there has been legislation introduced in Sacramento that would compel the Attorney General to do what I'm asking him to do, which would be to conduct an independent review when requested by a law enforcement agency or a district attorney. This proposal has gained support of district attorneys across the state, and it is my understanding that the California Police Chiefs Association are also supporting the proposed bill. In the spirit of this legislation, and given the exceptional circumstances of the magnitude of the perceived conflict in the current cases and lack of public trust from some community members, it is my professional judgment, in consultation with my executive team, that our office must recuse itself from any further review of these two cases. As our Attorney General has said himself, when our communities speak up, we must listen, and in recent days, people across California and the nation and in Vallejo have bravely come together to make their voices heard. Well, I too am listening and am hearing their pleas for an independent investigation. It is imperative that all criminal investigations, including use of force investigations, be conducted professionally, objectively, fairly, and independently. Our office has thoroughly reviewed several officer-involved fatal incidents and are confident in the objective and unbiased decisions we have rendered. And while I remain confident that my office can conduct a fair and thorough review of any and all officer-involved shootings, and that we will continue to do so, the current circumstances compel an outside review to not only restore public trust, preserve the safety of our community, but also provide confidence in the outcome.